But I got to tell you, J-Mac, I'm looking as forward to this NFL season as I can remember. Maybe it's doing this show because I'm talking football on a day in, day out basis for the 4 months leading up to the start of the season. But I am ready. I am pumped for the start of NFL 2021. I got to tell you, it worked on me. And I don't usually fall for this hype video crap, but it did. It worked on me. It actually got me a little excited about the upcoming season. And I'm with everybody else. And I don't know what Jalen Hurts is going to be. He could be anywhere from great to, oh, my God, did we really move away from Carson Wentz for this guy? I don't know where it's going to land. But I know what Carson Wentz was. And if I'm a betting man, I think Jalen Hurts will be better this year than Carson Wentz was last year, which is going to put us right back in the middle. Before the week of the opening of training camp, we're here for you all week long next week into the entire season. John, are they going to get tired of us when the Eagles start the season? Or maybe I should say when the Eagles start losing games during the season. Are they going to get tired of you and me in the morning?
No, I don't think they're going to get tired of us during the season. I think they're tired of us right now. We got to get over that hump. We got to get over that hump. Once practice starts, everybody's going to be fired up. You know how that goes.
Why the
hell? They're going to have Elliott Shore Park saying Jalen Hurts was 15 of 18 at practice, and people are going to be fired up.
Why the hell did you and I get up if they're already tired of us? No, I think they're chomping at the bit. Can't wait till it gets going. I don't know about you, but I am. That is the case every single time. John, it's so funny. Yes, I know you and I have never discussed this because when you and I talk, we pretty much stick to football. But your life is a bunch of seasons. And you grow up as a kid and your season is the school year. That you have both regular and then you have your summer, and then you get back into your routine, and you just about get out of that, and then you get married and you have a kid, and guess what? You're back into a school year again. It's all dictated by September through end of June, and then you get a couple of months. You're allowed to have some fun. My daughter is now well graduated from school, so my life is dictated by the sports seasons. When one season ends, another one starts. The Phillies are playing well. But I got to tell you, J-Mac, I'm looking as forward to this NFL season as I can remember. Maybe it's doing this show because I'm talking football on a day in, day out basis for the 4 months leading up to the start of the season. But I am ready. I am pumped for the start of NFL 2021.
Can I ask why? I'm always pumped for the NFL season. I don't know how you cannot be. What makes this one, besides this show? Is there something about the league, the storylines? What are you most interested in that's got you pumped up?
It's got to be this show because you're right. There's nothing new to it. The Eagles are kind of a fly by the seat of their pants team this year. New coach, new quarterback. Yeah, they're in a god-awful division, which gives you some hope that maybe this could be a year that they could actually make it to the postseason, sneak into the postseason. Backdoor it into the postseason. I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're going to win 11 games and bang down the postseason door. I'm an optimist, but I'm not stupid. But yeah, it's the NFC East in which they reside, and you never know. Shoot, they were in it till week 12, week 4.
Yeah, it's amazing how late they were in it last year, and they were awful. They were 4-11-1, and we were talking about. Well, maybe the move Jalen Hurts can give them a jump start, and they can get in the playoffs. That's how bad the NFC East was last year. That's part of the problem. I don't think it, but we've been saying this for a couple of years. I don't think it can be that bad for this long. I think if you look on paper, really you can make an argument every team has made improvements. I would say Washington and New York definitely. And we'll talk to Aaron Schatz from Football Outsiders about, some of the national division and Eagles issues a little bit later. And we got a big guest early that you'll talk about in a second. But the Cowboys, to me, it's mostly about Dak Prescott and his health. But I think Washington's legitimately improving. I think the Giants are legitimately improving. So I don't know if it's going to be as bad. When we say bad division, it's not going to be great, but I don't think it's going to be as bad.
Well, and we all have questions about Jalen Hurts, which, by the way, did you see the hype video for Jalen Hurts?
No,
he's got his own new individual hype video out. I think it's on his Instagram.
Well, we have the slow-mo video. I talked about it with Ben Simmons. I mean, look, I say it all the time. Jalen works hard. That's not going to be the problem with Jalen Hurts. I mean, he is always working, but I don't give a rat's ass, Jody, about these hype videos that these players put together. They're smart, man. They're branding themselves. They understand social media. It doesn't mean anything. So if people are getting fired up by that, I'm sorry. I got to say, I tried to be optimistic at the start, and he got me going. I can't stand these videos, and mainly because of Ben Simmons. We're always making threes in an empty gym.
No, I'm not going to Ben Simmons. And I'll be honest, I, like you, know full well the machinations behind hype video. It is there purely to hype you up. And they are going to edit it to a fine point to make it look as good as possible. They take hours of production to put this minute and a half together. And yeah, you know what it is. If you know what it is ahead of time, then you keep it in the proper perspective. I got to tell you, it worked on me. And I don't usually fall for this hype video crap, but it did. It worked on me. It actually got me a little excited about the upcoming season. And I'm with everybody else, and I don't know what Jalen Hurts is going to be. He could be anywhere from great to, oh, my God, did we really move away from Carson Wentz for this guy? I don't know where it's going to land, but I know what Carson Wentz was. And if I'm a betting man, I think Jalen Hurts will be better this year than Carson Wentz was last year, which is going to put us right back in the middle. You know what song I was thinking of today? I think I got a couple of years on you, but you might know the song. Steelers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You.
Oh, yeah. Stuck in what is the Quentin Tarantino movie that's famous from? Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I haven't seen Reservoir Dog in 20 years. I didn't even know that was part of it. Or if I knew it at once, I had forgotten it. But it was a famous song from 30, 40, 50 years ago. I don't even know what year it came out. 70s. So it might be sneaking up on 50 years ago would be my guess on Stuck in the Middle with You. I fear that's what's going to happen with Jalen Hurts this year. That he's going to be better than Carson Wentz was, but he's not going to be outrageously good. But he's not going to be terribly bad, which is going to leave guys like John McMullen and Jody McDonald on Birds 365 going, well, is he good enough that they don't make a play for Deshaun Watson? Is he good enough that they're not going to use their draft capital to take a quarterback in the next round? You know exactly what's going to happen this year, McMullen. We're going to be stuck in the middle with Jalen Hurts.
I've been talking about it since we've been doing this show. What number are we, Jody? We got to be
that would be show number 72, my friends.
72. So I've been saying it virtually since show number 1. Is there anything Jalen Hurts can do? And then we bring in the Deshaun Watson talk, which kind of got amped up because, Adam Schefter. Everybody's been saying the same damn thing. But Adam Schefter, I'm going to give you another dated reference that you will get, Jody. Hopefully everyone else gets. Adam Schefter's E.F. Hutton. When he talks, people go, oh, what? The Eagles? Everybody's been saying the same damn thing. But Adam says it becomes real to these people. I'm writing about this in Philly Voice this morning. Okay. It'll be up at some point. It becomes real. And then you get all these people. I got somebody from the Eagles saying, I don't think Christina Laurie will allow this to happen. I got some fellow reporters, pearl clutching, saying, how could you bring this guy in here with these allegations? And I constantly say, Jeffrey Laurie, Jody, Riley Cooper, Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick. It's not only he has proven consistently he is willing to give players second chances. So it is what it is. They're going after him. It's just a matter of can they get him? And I've used that term a lot, FU player. That's what Deshaun Watson is. Nothing against Jalen Hurts. It has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. But if you can get a player of that caliber at 25 years old, he'll probably be 26 by that time, you do it. Now, again, if there's legal entanglements, that takes it off the table. So it takes care of itself. I'm saying if he's cleared, if he's punished by the NFL, if the uncertainty is removed, if he's ready to go, the Philadelphia Eagles are going after Deshaun Watson. So what can Jalen Hurts do other than cross his fingers? You never want to do that to people. Either they get him or they don't get him. But it has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. They're going to go after him.
I would add Deshaun Jackson to that group of individuals.
Yeah, I said Deshaun.
Did you say Deshaun?
And remember, Jeffrey is Jewish, and those were anti-Semitic. And he didn't cut him.
No,
he wanted him to apologize. He wanted him to do some work in the Jewish community, but he gave him another opportunity.
And I think he will do so again if Deshaun Watson becomes available. And as far as Adam Schefter, yes, when he speaks, people listen. No knock on Schefter because I think he's great. And when he speaks,
he's phenomenal.
The guy who I would more listen to when it comes to Deshaun Watson is the guy that we had on the show here about 3 weeks ago, John McClain, who is as tied into the Texans as any other reporter is to his individual team in the league. It's not even close. He's the man in Houston. But his relationship with the Texans, his ability to get information is as good as any other individual, even John McMullen with the Philadelphia Eagles. Or as you like to point out, Mike Garafolo on a national network tied into the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, that's how tied in McClain is on the Texans. And we had him on 3 weeks ago, and he said, I just don't see him ever playing for the Texans again. That it is too big a story. It is too much of a distraction, that they can't move forward with their organization, that he will be somewhere else when he is reinstated in the National Football League. And if he's leaving the Texans, why shouldn't it be the Eagles where he lands? They do have more draft capital than anyone else to offer. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle that the Eagles have in place that other teams just don't have. So if you're tired of McMullen and McDonald talking about A, Deshaun Watson, or B, vaccinations, sorry, we're going to continue to do it because they're both big stories in the National Football League. One is nationally and very locally focused based. That's Deshaun Watson. And the other one is, of course, all national. It's across the National Football League. Another one of our buddies who's hopped on the show, Rob Motti, who's now doing not only the Eagles, but the entire National Football League, had reporting on the vaccinations over the weekend. There are two teams in the league, one of which is in the Eagles division. That would be the Washington football team, that have less than 50% vaccination rate.
Yeah.
In other words, they're not getting 85. That's not happening. If we're 9 days before camp and they're only at below 50%, they got no chance to get to 85, which means they're going to have a difficult time getting ready for the season. Sorry, fans. There is John and I. Hey, we got to talk about it every day. You just got to listen. We actually have to talk about it. If it's that big, we're going to talk about it on a show in, show out basis.
And remember the Washington football team and Ron Rivera. There was a big story in the offseason down there about him bringing in experts to talk to his team. Hasn't worked. I think one of the more interesting things is, Jody, you mentioned Rob Motti, our buddy. Now there's a report out from Florio that the NFL and the NFLPA is working on a method for identifying vaccinated players at practice and during games. In other words, they want to shame these freaking guys to get vaccinated, which, look, personally, I don't agree with. But I think it's interesting from the Players Association's standpoint, because they're supposed to fight for players, good or bad, better and different. And that's where you get some of these guys, Lane Johnson being one of them. They don't like the Players Association. And at times it seems like they're in bed with the league, and this is one of those times. This is a mess, Jody. So how do you not talk about it? It's a mess.
Yeah, they're going to be wearing, I guess, wristbands, coded wristbands around the National League facility. So, yeah, John McMullen, watching them walk into the building, is going to be able to tell who got vaccinated and who didn't get vaccinated. Do you wear any of these? I still wear these bands around my wrist.
I occasionally put one on, but no, not regularly.
That's probably the last thing I give Lance Armstrong any credit for. He started these with years ago, and I still got a couple of them that I wear on a day in, day out basis. Oh, it's not going to be a good thing if you got the band on. That's not going to go over well for you with some of your teammates once this season gets underway. And I'm sorry, yes, it's a story we need to continue.
And it's fly by the seat of the pants, as you mentioned, Jody. That is what stuns me about this league. I always talk about it. $13 billion industry on its way to being perhaps Roger Goodell's goal, $25 billion industry. Man, they do too many things fly by the seat of the pants. Way too many.
I'll cut them a little slack because nobody saw this pandemic coming. But it's been here for a while, and you would have thought they would have figured out.
I gave them slack last year, not this year.
You're past the slack point. Okay. Yeah. J-Mac mentioned the fact that we got two guests coming on. Aaron Schatz, Football Outsiders, a little bit later. But our first guest, I'm psyched that he's going to be joining the show. You know, this is a Mac and Mac production, McMullen and McDonald. Well, prior to McDonald and McMullen, there was Macnow and McDonald. My ex-partner, Glenn Macnow, who I hosted with for years on WIP, who is the host of the Eagles pregame show on the Eagles Radio Network, an all-around good dude and knowledgeable sports guy, is going to join us next to talk some Eagles, host of the Eagles pregame show. A triple Mac attack coming your way. McMullen, McDonald, and Macnow next here on Birds 365.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.